My YouTube family and friends, all of you who watch the video in passing, and those of you who have already subscribed to the channel, I want to welcome all the new subscribers as we continue to grow. I want to thank all of you who are watching the videos and liking them and sharing them out. Today, right this minute, this little video that I'm doing, I felt compelled to do it because of two reasons. Because the first reason is because of respect. I really have to give a shout out to a person that just really made my day today, like just really made my day. And for the second reason is about a person who WhatsApped me to tell me how many people they're supporting. So that's why they cannot support the little children, the little kids at the GoFundMe, the kids that I'm asking to do the scholarship for. First of all, let me give a big shout out for Kayla's driver. This morning Kayla got ready for school, and it's usually on a Monday I'd put her monies in an envelope. She was 7 plus. So I'd put her money in a small envelope, and I would just tell the teacher the $2,000 for her hot lunch for the week and the $1,200 for after school. And if I'm supposed to get change, I'll tell her, give Kayla the change. Sometimes she doesn't send change back, but it's what it is. This morning, and so I would put it, Kayla has 3 compartments on her book bag. One compartment has her raincoat. The second compartment has the space where we put her snack box or snack bag, and the next big compartment is for her books. So usually I'd put the envelope in where her raincoat is, because she's not supposed to take out the raincoat unless it's raining, which is usually in the evening, so we know it's undisturbed. But her uniform has a deep pocket on it, and this morning as I prepared the monies for her to go out, I wrote a note for her and didn't even put the teacher's name. Usually I say, good morning, Miss Dixon, so and so. This time I just put the date on the note and just tell her Kayla has the X amount, the $3,500, and she could give the change back to her to bring home. My people, whatever little Kayla was doing, she has no reason to go in her pocket, so I thought, unless she probably picked up something that she took to school in her pocket. So she put her hand in her pocket in the bus and dropped the paper. Because it wasn't in an envelope, I just wrote the note on my yellow notepad right here. Like, sometimes I'm doing notes on my videos, and I just decided this morning to just do her note on a page, wrap the monies in it, and say, put this in your pocket when you go to school, give it to your teacher. She stood right here, and I saw her push it deep down into her pocket. God had it to do. I was to them washing. I washed her clothes already, and I said, let me strip the beds. I did her bed linen yesterday as well. So today I said, let me strip my bed, wash the linens, changed everything, just do whatever. So I'm busy doing that this morning, doing my walking back and forth. And one man said, look at the phone. When I looked at the phone, there was a message from the driver. So I looked at the message. He had left a voice note, and then he also left a picture of a note. So when I saw the picture of the note, I said, let me listen to the voice note. When I listened to the voice note, it was him who found the paper with the money wrapped in it, had no name on it. He didn't know who it belongs to. But he didn't keep it, guys. He didn't keep it. He reached out to see who it belonged to. Do you know how that melted my heart? And I had to just write him a heartfelt note and ask God to just open doors for him. Right now he's trying to buy a bus for himself, and these are the things I tell people, the little things that we do, they blossom and bloom into big things. And I pray to God that God will see in his time to just help him to be able, or somebody could just help him to get a bus for himself. You know, I look at this and I say, my God, it's cash money. Nobody could identify, there's no camera watching him to see him pick up anything. Kayla didn't know where she dropped it. A kid could have picked it up and pocketed it, because they have different age group kids that he moves from across 4 schools. But he found it, guys. He found it. And he reached out to his parents. Who could it be but God? And so I tell people, I said, you know, you're trying to do these little fundraisers, and people, they think it hard to support. You know, they feel like, oh, you know, you send them the videos and they just swipe it out, or they send them the GoFundMe thing and they just delete it from their thing. And even if they can't support, they don't reach out and ask people, look, I can't afford. We all can afford. We all can afford. You know, I remember when I was working, and, you know, it was interesting. But in my head, I always said, the people that I am supporting are people. I wasn't supporting people in America. I was supporting my own people here in Jamaica, whom those of us who are here, we know how great the needs are. Yeah, you might look and see some grand houses, but how, you know, compared to the poverty-stricken people that are here, you know, I am shocked sometimes. Shocked sometimes. So this young man, he not young, he's almost 50. He told me. I didn't know he was. So it was because he looks more like in his 20s, at probably 30s. I don't know, but his dream, and this is what I said from the GoFundMe, if we can gather enough to help 10 kids, if we get 6 kids or 10 kids, or we get any overages over than the $1,000, he wants to open up the community center, which they have allowed to just, you know, like, just allow it to be there. He says, Miss Bev, I want to reopen it, so in the summer, instead of the kids just home and roaming the streets, that I could do something over there. And we had a good talk, and I liked the idea, and I would love to see him get a little. He's not rich. He runs the school bus, and he lives off what we pay him each week. That's how he pays his bills and take care of his children. And so, but he said he would love to get that support to start that, to bring that community center back to life, to get the kids to be able to house kids during the summer, even for you know, from 8 to 5, so the parents can still go to work and know that the kids are in a safe space. But how can he do it? He can't do it by himself. He can't do it by himself. So I told him, I said, whatever we collect, if we, you know, if we have overage, definitely I would give him a voucher so that he could get some of the things he need. If it's even just to wipe down the place, get a coat of paint back on it, and just make it pleasant for the kids, and then to use the bulk of the funds to just buy food, that he could cook a hot meal for the kids during the summer, so they would get, you know, we want that to happen. And so, guys, when I send out the GoFundMe thing, please don't push it to the side. Don't swipe it away. Whatever you can afford, just give it. If you can't, you have churches that you go to, ask the people in your church, guys. Ask them to support these things in Jamaica. A lot of people are, me take my money, get on body, me work too hard for my money. But remember that the least we do it unto Christ. The least we do, you're not doing it for Miss Bev. I don't need anything. I don't need one darn thing. I have enough. I have Kayla here, and as much as, I'm not saying like, you know, but it is a budget I didn't plan for. But I budgeted her in. Some of you helped out with her the first semester for her to go to school, and we got enough that I think my daughter had given $150 and my brother had given another 50. So that gave us 200 more that came over to February to help out in February. So from September until now, this is now March. It's on me, and it's okay because there are other things in between that I took care of. It's okay. I plan to support her, and I'm going to try to support her for the year, So it's what it is. With Kayla, instead of washing once a week, once a month, I'm washing every week. I'm washing because she has to go to school clean. It's that I can wash them with my hand, but I decided to use the washing machine because when I wash her other clothes need to be washed. Her bed linen has to be clean. The rugs in her bathroom on the floor, she bathes, she steps on them. I can't let it sit there for a whole month, so they have to be clean. So stuff has to be washed and to make sure that she's in a safe space, clean space, and we get it done. The extra light bill, I have to cool her room, I have to, even if I don't want to cook, I make sure I cook. I use the air fryer. When, for once a week or twice a week to give her, something. I'm not going to force her. I make my soup now because I'm going no salt. I got rid of the salt out of the house completely. And so I have been doing soups and not so nice for her, but I can force her. I tell her it's good to enjoy what is provided, but I cannot honestly force her to drink my fresh soup, And so there are little things that I have to put in place for her. So yeah, my budget had to be stretched, and so I stretch it, but I still find a way to ask God and thank God for His blessings, and as He blesses me, that I can bless somebody else, We do the GoFundMe, and we had 2 people who donated, and then for all the people that I sent it out to, and on YouTube, and I think 80-something people. Did I put it on? Yeah, the link is in the YouTube, and we have people watching the videos, and the link is there, and I talk about it in the video. Nobody. It's like I'm doing something so bad, And I said, God has blessed all of us so much. Sometimes we buy even more, and it'd be so nice to see people saying, you know what, instead of buying this extra pack of cookie or this extra steak, let me contribute it to these children. I've never lied to you guys. Whenever funds come in, if I get sometimes $200 or $300, the bulk of what's left, I put it in from my budget, just to make sure. Some of the needs are great. Don't think I sit here looking at people in nice homes and this and that and wanting to give them more. The needs are great. I'm not out there in the city or in the town areas and saying, oh, support these people. No. These are children in the rural areas who are working hard and the parents are struggling to pay bus fare every day, to find lunch. The government doesn't supplement anything for these people. And I'm just saying, guys, please, take a moment to look in yourself and look back at how many times others have helped you. How many times others have helped you. None of us reach where we are today by we get up and it just happened. Somebody was there. 1 time, 2 times, 10 times, 100 times, but somebody had been there. Can't we look back in our hearts and see how much God has done for us and just give a little bit back? That's all I ask. And this now will piggyback me into the next thing that I want to talk about. Because as I was getting the camera ready, I got a notification, and when I went and I opened it, was a WhatsApp from somebody who is prominent. I sent out the GoFundMe link to my youth, to my WhatsApp family. And that's why sometimes I said, you just want to puke sometimes. Honest to God. Sometimes you just want to puke, but I beg God to help me not to give up. And this person, she says, oh, I support this project and that, and goes to church. And they're the ones telling you about the Bible and telling you, and goes to church. And then she gets on there and she, I saw the thing, but I just want you to know that I cannot help you because I cannot help your project because I have this project and I help my high school. High school that is only one time a year. I saw the flyer. They just sent me the flyer for one thing they're doing in Pennsylvania for $60, and I supported it. I supported it because it's the high school my children went to when we came to Jamaica in 1999. That's the high school they graduated from. So when they sent me the flyer, I didn't flinch and say, oh, I have this project I'm working on up here, I can't do. I do what I can do where I can do it because I know it goes to help these children in the rural parts of Jamaica whose parents are struggling every day. Food, the cost of food is so high in Jamaica, you would be surprised. A pound of chicken is $450 something. 1 pound of chicken. So people look and say, oh, but for you to be in this situation and to see it firsthand is a different thing than to sit on our high horses. And I can't force anybody to support. But I'm just saying I wish more people would have it in their hearts to say, I go to the link, I press the link, it asks you to just put in $50, $20. Donate something. Some of you can more than donate $100. Support one child. I'm hoping to give them 15,000. One of you, a lot of you can sponsor one child. I spoke to my sister yesterday. She's going to sponsor a kid. We can do it because God has done so. That's why some of us, we have to lose our blessings. We have to lose some of our blessings. Because when you're in a prominent spot, you're a professional. That means you have a steady income. And you are going to talk about the once a month, once a year donation you give out to your high school. And what's wrong with us? Especially don't ever say a word to me, because these things, it hits a nerve. It hits a nerve. Why is it that we're so hard to say, I came home. I have my grandchildren in Connecticut. I came home. And when I was asked to keep Kayla, I didn't if and or but about it. I didn't even stop to think, Beverly, you're going to have to make sure her hair is done enough. You're going to have to make sure her clothes get ironed. You have to make sure her clothes clean. You have to make sure you help her at homework. You have to make sure she get lunch money and bus fare at daytime. I didn't even think any of that, All I know, I was asked, and I said, let her come. I didn't even think about the little bad behaviors that young children, that she's going to come with. I didn't. I just said, God, you have blessed me enough that I can allow a child. I have an extra room. I don't need 2 rooms by myself. I don't know her. I don't know her family. I don't know anything except her mom before the mom passed away. I saw the mom. How did I see her? Bev Brown. She went to Bev Brown's house to beg sugar. And when I sent some funds down there to Bev Brown to give her, Bev Brown did the video as she was handing the woman the money. That's the only thing I know. I know the little girl's father is dead. I know the mother is dead. I know she's an orphan. I said, let her come. So am I an idiot? Am I one of the fools who just feel like when Granny says, do good, my pitney, do good, that I'm the only one who can feel good doing good? Miss Hyson, shout out to you. Miss Ernestine and Lady K from the UK, shout out to you guys. And you know, we have Miss Karen Clover. What is her name? You know, we have quite a few of you. You know, is it Miss Karen? Oh my God! But you, the lady who you send, you are part of the channel. You're there, and you send $50 and you send another $30 to help me with Kayla. Miss Ruby, my son, my brother, my daughters, my sister, all of you. We don't see Miss Elizabeth, Dr. Liz anymore. I think she said she was busy, so I don't see her on the channel anymore. Her. We had a lady from the UK. Now I don't want to forget, oh my God, who put $75 to thank me for a video that I did. We have some who are just willing to reach out. Dr. Elise, when Kayla bit the same guy, this same driver's daughter, and Dr. Elise sent, she said, give it to him to buy ice cream for his daughter. How is it that some people can find it in their heart to give back? And some trending lives in the Philippines. You know how hard it is for them in the Philippines. But I did the GoFundMe, and she was the first one who went there and donated something to help with the project that I'm doing. It's not a grandstanding project, guys. You know, Miss Benjamin, AG, some of you who you bought T-shirts, you just keep up to support. You know, I don't want to forget all the names. So, you know, I don't want to, you know, but my niece, Dr. Miller, some of you are just happy no matter how much you're going through. You're happy to say, here is a little something to help out. And then, my God, you're going to tell me, oh, you do 2 projects for the year. And you just don't say anything. I get frustrated because I see the needs, and you know, I want to, you know, we did the project for the teachers. Guys, you would have to see to understand it. I don't bring cameras in the school because of people's children. But you saw the teacher here. The day she came, I had to go get fish for my daughter. She was coming, and I had to go get the fish for her. And we went to the seaside, and she had come here, but I told her we didn't pick up the things yet at the shipping company. Thank God for these little mama and papa shipping places where you can get your things on the ships right to Florida. You get a box with them, and your stuff is shipped right there, and they in turn get it through customs. So within 2 weeks of buying your stuff and them getting it, you get your stuff within 2 weeks. Very reasonable. And so she came the day the teacher came down, because could you come down to help me, because it was over $2,000 worth of stuff. Lady K from the UK had helped me, whatever she was selling, $62, sometimes twice a month, I think it was. And whatever that added up to, was it 5 or 6 months? About 5 months that she was sending it. I'd have to go back and look, because she sends it, but as she said, Auntie, this is yours. But I said, no, what I'm making in my retirement, I'm satisfied with it. And I said, because it was there, I said, let me use it to help with the teacher stuff. Over $2,000 worth of stuff, guys. And when I went to clear it, $68,000 was to clear it. I didn't sit back and say, oh, well, you know, I went for it. I went, and when I said to the guy, you got to give us a break. And he took off the amount and said, give me 53,000. And we cleared it and came home, and every classroom, the 6th classroom, was able to get manipulatives, markers that they need so badly, chart paper, every classroom. I was able to divvy up the things and get. And right after that, we did the food brochure, the food vouchers. Kids are going home, parents already stressed. And when they send them out in the day, yeah, they're a couple hours of nothing to worry about. But then they're home all day from them open the eye in the morning until 10 o'clock at night whenever they go to sleep. And everything is dependent on the parent. They buy a pack of Lasco. How long is it going to serve? They have 2 kids drinking from that pack of Lasco. You know, they cook all sorts of dumpling. It must bung up the pit of them belly. But that's a reality. You got to put a little salt in the water so them belly then can drink water and fill up them belly. Because that's the reality of many parents. And so we did the vouchers. We had 14 kids at first, and then the principal, we had 30,000 left. The principal said she had 6 more kids. And so we did $105,000 to help feed the children in this same school. So guys, you see the link. Please click on the link. If you can put $5, $10. Miss Hyacinth, I so appreciate it because she's retired. And she didn't hold a professional job. She's retired. But let me tell you something. She sends $50. She does her CashApp and she sends $50. She says, Miss Bev, my neighbor, my friend, use this to do what you do with what you're doing. God bless all of you who have reached out and have donated something to the projects that I'm doing. I'm not out there camping. You know, I see people out there doing adventures and camping and they get so much. And I'm not watching what people get. I'm just saying, all I'm asking for is to help other people, not for myself. I'm not asking for a new camera. I'm not asking for a drone. I'm not asking for any fancy anything. I provide what I need. My kids provide what I need. What I ask for is to help those that I see that the needs are great. I'm not asking for anything for me. But as in everything in life, if you're touching anything pertaining to God's stuff, nobody cares. You do a video giving thanks to God, or you get 50 views, or you get a few views, and that nobody cares. You reach out for support, and it's just something, you know, and very, very, very interesting. But let me go out there and do whatever, and see how quick the funds are coming. The funds are coming to get a drone. Here's a camera. Here is a 360 degrees camera. Wherever you go, it moves. Here is and people just find so much to give to those causes. But the people who are trying, the kids are our future. That's my focus. I taught for 27 years. And today I just felt a little very elated to see that we have good in people. This is a Jamaican who, when he saw that money, he could have used it to go put gas in his tank, but chose to reach out to his parents and say, look, I found this in the truck, in the van this morning. Does it belong to any of you? And then the frustration when somebody's gonna reach out. It better shouldn't reach out to me. You know, these are the people. There's another person again that you know, and they forget that other person. Forget when people were helping them and still helping them. Forget what me work too hard for my money if you got taken. You know, and that's why you look at some of them and like you see some things going on, you just say, I had to come on here, guys. No, no lipstick. Kayla would have brought my lipstick and brought pencil for my little eyebrows. But you know what? I just need to speak from the heart. Just really need. I speak from the heart, lipstick or no lipstick. But this really got to me today. Support the thing, guys. Support the thing. You never know. That's how your blessings add up. That's how your kids them get blessing. You know. When I talk to my son the other day, I hear my son say, Mommy, anything you decide to do is what it is. He says, Mommy, we have done well as a family. My wife and I are doing very well. And so, if you want to buy a home back up here, it's up to you. If you want to just come live with us, Mommy, we'll get a different space with a mother-in-law or an in-law house attached. And Mommy, you can stay with us. What a blessing. What a blessing. Then I said to him, I said, son, you know, for my retirement amount, I would want to live in a space for free. She says, no, Mommy, you've done too much for us. If time comes when things are not so great and the needs are more than we can manage, then so be it. But Mommy, no. So who could it be but God? That is why I'm able to say, let me reach out and see if what I can do here while I'm here in Jamaica. We can bring nothing with us, you know. We can only eat as much as our gut can hold. Once the gut full, everything else, no matter how much you did buy and you cook up, you can only eat as much as the gut will hold. You can only wear one dress at a time, one pair of shoes at a time. You know. But God has blessed us, man. And when we bless others, you're surprised to see how the blessings doesn't only fall on top of our heads, but on top of our children's heads. You know how much people miss you out there when they me, you know. I couldn't attack what me have, I couldn't work hard for my man. And when you look and see, sometimes the kids don't even get to go to a college door. The kids don't even get to get a professional job. The kids doesn't even get to have be part of something that is what it is. You see them wasting away from liquor and all sorts of things. And then we stop and we wonder, how come? How come? How come? See, I picked them and do so. That's the reason why. Let me not say anymore. I talk for 32 minutes. I know that's a long time. But guys, listen. I think I'm too passionate about doing service, being of service to those who are in need. I think because of my childhood and how much I went without because Granny couldn't afford it. Sometimes I look back and I remember, and I promise God that as He blesses me, I want to be a blessing always. I promise Him, because that's the only thing I know how to do. That's what Granny did, and it just does something to me. I know how much I went without. I know people might see us, we rise up and we did well, and we make lemonade out of lemons that were handed to us. And they wouldn't understand it. But I've been there. And I know that when a parent gets a little bit of support, when they're pushing their children to do well, even when their backs are against the wall, when they get a little support, I know it goes a long way. It makes a sleepless night becomes a restful night. So it bothers me, maybe too much. And I see people live selfishly. It bothers me a lot because I lived the life of the poverty. I lived the life in poverty, and I remembered how hard it was to go without. I give God thanks I never had to sleep without dinner one night. even now as I think of it and I'm trying to help these children for high school, I remember it vividly when I passed my entrance exam. It was bright. I was helping to teach after school studies in the evenings. That's how much the principal had faith in me. She's teaching the JSC classes in big space across in the 7th grade where she could watch what I was doing over there. I was sent to teach and learn as well. The evening lessons for us who were taking scholarships. I remembered when I passed, when the results came. I remember when Granny got the letter and she shook her head and she said, "My child, you're going to not have it. You're going to not have it." I couldn't get angry because she just didn't have it. I didn't have a mother who was there. She lived in Kingston, but I was just, maybe once in a while I go spend vacation with them. But that was it. My father died and Granny was left to take care of me from 2 years old. From 2 years old. And I worked hard and I loved to learn and I worked hard. But when the time comes to go on for higher learning, Granny couldn't manage. So guys, I want you to understand the reason why these things are so dear to me. I don't like to be shamed. You put out and you get no support. But I keep putting out and keep hoping for the best. And regardless of how it works out, I say, God, just open a way for me to give I want to give a math scholarship to the top math performer. Just open the door so I'll be able to budget that in. And it's going to be all right. I'll still pay my bills. Be good to yourselves, my people. Take care.